Hello, welcome to today's flow. I'm Anna and I'm going to be taking you through a dynamic power flow today. So if you're a total beginner, this one's probably not the right one for you. I've got other videos that are a little bit more suitable for that. But this one we will be moving quite quickly. I'll still be giving modifications so you can work to your ability depending on where you're at, or also just how you're feeling today. Don't always have to push to the maximum level. So give it a go and let's start. Coming to just standing on your mat, we're going to start with a dynamic warm-up. So just bringing the arms up overhead and then see if you can lift up onto the tiptoes. So even if it's just slightly off the mat, and on the exhale, let's come down over the legs, bending the knees and come back up. Exhale. Starting to tune in with your breath. We want to use the breath throughout today's practice. It can really help us through the movements. Last one. Often the tendency, especially with an intense practice, is to hold the breath. So I'll be reminding you throughout to keep breathing, equal and cyclical inhalation, exhalation. All right, standing feet about hip width apart or just a comfortable stance and taking some twists. As you come through the middle, bending through the knees and coming up onto the ball of the foot that we're turning away from. So we're just starting to create some heat through the body, coming back to center. And let's take some wrist warm-ups now. We are going to be loading a little bit on the wrists throughout the flow, so important just to warm up into the joint. So just taking some circles, and let's take the arms up overhead with those circles and shake all the way down. And again, and shake. Beautiful. One more time. Mine are clicking a lot, if you can hear that. Okay, and shake all the way down. Beautiful. Coming to the back of your mat now, we're going to inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, let's dive forward. Keep a bend through the knees and then start to walk the hands forward into a plank position and tap the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and walking it all the way back up. Nice little bend through the knees and inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale back to stand. Let's take another one of those. So nice and strong through the arms. Just checking we're not collapsing through the shoulders. We want that beautiful scapular protraction, rounding. And tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost there. And 5, and walk it back. Well done. And inhale. Exhale. Nice. We're going to walk back out. Let's come back the same way that we just did. This time, we're walking out to downward facing dog. Again, let's keep a bend in the knees for the first one. You might like to take some walk outs with the legs. Okay, grounding down through the left foot. Let's lift the right, and we're taking some hip circles here. So see if you can stay quite stable through the arms and the shoulders, and we're going to circle the leg. 1, 2. They don't have to be this big. They could be a little bit smaller. Beautiful, and changing direction. Keeping nice and even through both shoulders so we're not collapsing through one shoulder. Beautiful, set it down. Take a little knee tap in between. Left side. Noticing that breath. This is a really challenging movement, so you might notice that you're holding the breath or taking very shallow, quick breaths. Try and lengthen the inhalation and the exhalation. Beautiful. Set it down. Gazing forward between the hands, and let's take a walk forward with the feet. Take a halfway lift. Exhale. Little fold. Take a bend in the knees if you like. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're prepared to move through a little flow here. Taking the weight into the left foot. Inhale. Bend that knee, come into a one-legged chair. Send the leg back. Warrior three. With control, coming back into our crescent lunge, open out into cactus arms, strong through the legs. Beautiful. Opening out into warrior one. You can have the arms slightly apart or palms together. Plant the back heel. And then opening out warrior two. See if you can come a little deeper into that lunge. Let's flip the top hand and reverse the warrior. Maintain that lunge, strong through the legs. Coming back to warrior two. Sweeping back into crescent lunge, cactus arms. Reaching forward, preparing to step into warrior three. See if you can get there in one go. Nice and slow back to that one-legged chair. And set it down, lifting up. And second side, inhale. Left leg into one-legged chair. Send it back with control, warrior three. Stepping it back. Crescent lunge, take the arms into cactus. Lifting up. Coming into warrior one, plant the back heel. Open out, warrior two. Flip the top hand, reverse the warrior. Back to warrior two. Crescent lunge. Getting ready to step. Nice and springy through the legs. Inhale, warrior three. Bring it back to chair. And set the leg down. Well done. We're going to move a little bit quicker this time. One breath, one movement. Inhale, right leg. Send it back, warrior three. Plant the foot down, crescent lunge. Warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Flip the top hand, reverse the warrior. Back to warrior two. Crescent lunge. And step it forward. One-legged chair. And set it down. Second side. Inhale. Left leg. Send it back. Notice the wobbles. Plant the foot. Crescent lunge. Warrior one. Open it out. Warrior two, really reach with the arms. Flip the top hand. Reverse the warrior. Warrior two. Crescent lunge. Warrior three. One-legged chair. Set it down. Take a breath here. We're going for another round. Okay. A few options to add on this time. So, inhale, right leg lifts. This time, see if you can lift the leg a little higher in front of you, a little bit less bend in the left leg. Okay, bend the knee, open that hip out to the side, and now send it back to warrior three. Step it back, crescent lunge. Warrior one. Warrior two. Let's reverse. Maintain that lunge. Watch that you don't rise with the hand. Crescent lunge. Getting ready to come forward. Warrior three. This time, let's take a little half split. Hands come down to the floor. My face in the bushes there. The leg doesn't have to be this high. Reach it up towards the sky. Okay, back to warrior three. Back to that open hip position. Bring the leg forward, straighten it if you can, and set it down. Second side. Inhale, bend through the knees, then lift the left leg. Straighten if you can. Bend the knee, open the hip, and send it back. Warrior three, crescent lunge. Warrior one. Open it, arms out to warrior two. Active through the arms, pressing down into the mat. Reverse. Watch that lunge. Back to warrior two. Crescent lunge. Getting ready to come forward. Warrior three. Add the half split if you like. Back to warrior three. Coming through to that open hip balance. Bring the leg to the front and see if you can straighten the leg and set it down. Well done. Okay, take a little walk to the back of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. We're going to walk out to our downward dog. Okay, here, coming down to this crouch position, we're going to take 5 bunny hops or donkey kicks. I'm going to take 2 rounds of these. So, it doesn't have to be high. If you can get the hips right up over the shoulders, awesome. They can be tiny little kicks, just a tiny bit off the mat, okay? If this just isn't for you, or you have any wrist issues, and it's just not happening to do any jumps, then you'll just tap, do those knee taps, okay? I'll show you that as well. First option is these knee taps, okay? Second option is a little kick. Okay, might even just be like this. We're just starting to build that ability to be comfortable on the hands, okay, and jumping up. All right, otherwise we can try and get a little higher. Let's go for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you catch a little bit of balance up there, awesome. 5. Okay, just coming back into a squat. Take a little rest between rounds. Or you could come down to kneeling or take a child's pose. Okay. Finding the breath again. Okay. Let's take 5 more. Getting springy through the legs. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nicely done. Let's press back to downward facing. Take a few breaths here. Find your breath again. Slow it down. Take the left hand just slightly further into the center of the mat. Let's take a twist. Right hand reaches back towards the left leg. You can hold on to the ankle, calf, or the upper thigh. And switching over. Right hand into the center, reaching back, ankle, calf, or thigh, and gazing out under the armpit of that right arm. Beautiful. Both hands back. Dropping the knees all the way down to the floor. Okay. Let's finish up with a little bit of splits work. So taking the right leg forward and coming up first into our 90-90 lunge. Wiggle that foot a little bit further forward, the right foot, and let's start to come into the lunge with control, okay, and come back out. So there can be a tendency just to dump into this lunge. We want to move with control, move with purpose, coming in, coming out. Okay, let's add on our half split, rocking forward, and straighten that leg. 2, exhale. 3. Trying to keep the hips nice and even as we move forward, not allowing that right hip to open, the left hip, sorry. Last one. Let's hold here for 5. So I want you to press that heel down, and as if you're trying to pull it back towards you, left leg, the knee, pushes into the mat as well, and like you're trying to bring it forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice deep inhale, and exhale, let go of that contraction. Beautiful. And coming up, lunging into that leg, hands down, let's bring it back, and left leg forward. 90-90 lunge, hips are nice and even, and rocking forward for 1, 2, 3. Again, remember we're moving with control. 4, and 5. Let's add the half split. 1, 2. Nice steady breaths. 3, 4, and 5. Let's hold here. Again, we're adding that contraction. So little micro bend in the knee though. Try not to lock this knee out totally. Pressing that heel, left heel down and back, right knee down and forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Coming up. Okay, we're going to hold here in this lunge for 5 breaths. So if you have a split in your practice or you want to try and move a little bit further into split, you can, taking the hands down. If you have a block, a pillow or a bolster, then that's really good as a progression to pop underneath you as we start to move the knee back and that foot forward. Just keeping an eye on this hip. We want to avoid the open hip split, keeping that hip facing forward. So that's also something I'm working on still, is that hips facing forward. You can keep the back toe tucked under or come onto the top of the foot. And let's just hold here for 5. If you're in the higher lunge, then just holding there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Starting to come out. Wriggling heel and knee in. Getting that leg back. Let's take the right side. Okay, so we're either staying here in the lunge, nice controlled lunge, and you can explore that range of motion. You could take the hands down or coming into any variation that you'd like of that one. If you're aiming to come in a little bit further to splits, again, if you like to have a prop underneath, I would, except I'm up on the top of a hill and looks like it's about to rain. Okay, so coming in, checking that hip, and we'll hold for 5, 4, check that you don't have tension in the shoulders or the jaw, everything else relaxed, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Starting to come out. Oh, hard to get out. Hands down. Send it back. Okay, coming through to sitting. You can cross the legs or jump through. Let's roll all the way down with control. Hands out to the side, or if you need a little bit more support, holding onto the back of the legs. Okay, for 5, 4, 3, 2, pause, and 1. Beautiful. Let's just finish off with a supine twist. Left leg out, pull the right leg in, and you might like to scooch the hips over a little bit towards the right, and then dropping that knee towards the left. You can keep the hand to the knee or take the hands to cactus or a T shape, and you might like to look over opposite shoulder. Coming back through center. Left knee in and take the twist. Coming back through center. Both knees in, hug to chest, and then either lying down for Shavasana, or you might like to rock up for a seated meditation. I'm not going to guide you through it today because I think I'm about to be in the middle of a rainstorm. All right, I hope you enjoyed that flow and see you again soon. Bye.